All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good afternoon, everyone. It's the Bizzy Bee with the royalty. It is the 21st of September, a Monday. Hope it's been a great day for you. This is the tombstone of Lord Guilford Dudley at the Tower of London, the spouse of the 9-day Queen, Lady Jane Grey. You remember my last video I put up yesterday? I told you this weekend I had watched some videos about the Tudors on YouTube, Anne Boleyn, etc. It got me to thinking, back then, if they would have had YouTube, I bet people would have been making videos about Anne Boleyn the way they make videos about Meghan these days. You know what I mean? So I thought, maybe I could make a couple of thumbnails to illustrate my point. So, lady in waiting, lying in wait for the queen, for the king. Yeah, because she was a lady in waiting to Catherine of Aragon, and that's where she first caught Henry's attention. And then another one. Did the king's harlot wife kill Queen Catherine? You know Catherine of Aragon, she died January 1536, a few months before Anne Boleyn's fall and execution in May of that year. And when she died, we now know that she most likely died of cancer, but back then they didn't get cancer and all that. They thought that maybe she was poisoned and maybe Anne had something to do with it. So this could have possibly been a thumbnail we saw back in the 1500s. So moving on. My goodness. Okay, thank you to my patrons, Kim and Christine D. Today, I had to go down into the city, and when I say the city, I mean Washington, D.C. this morning. I live about an hour and a half outside of Washington. I had to go down there to buy some green. That's where the dispensary is. And my GPS took me on a different route today, so I went by a couple of landmarks that are quite famous, and while I was driving, I was by myself. I grabbed my cell phone and I took a couple of quick pictures to show you all. So I thought you just might find it interesting. See here the Washington Monument, and that is the Museum of African American History in front of it. And then next I saw, yes, it's kind of blurry, but that is the White House. So yeah, I was driving down Constitution Avenue. For today's moment d'histoire, I have Lord Guilford Dudley, the husband of the 9-day Queen, Lady Jane Grey. Look at this painting of him. You see, his coat of arms is on the tapestry behind him. Look at that picture of him. He looks kind of cute there. What do you think? I don't know. I might just say I did. All right. So his tenure was 9 days, the 10th to the 19th of July, 1553. He was one of 13 children. Wow. His mother spent as much time in the boudoir as Smegs. And even though his wife was the monarch, he felt that he took precedence over her. Something else that he has in common with Smegs. He died of head loss at about 18 years old. Yesterday, I ended up making the Tudor roasted pork I mentioned in yesterday's video. It didn't turn out like I thought it would. The video didn't have exact amounts on the ingredients, and the only thing it really showed putting in it was cornstarch to thicken the sauce, of course, onions in the sauce, and the pork. And I don't know, it was just roasted pork and sauce to me. I didn't really think it was anything special. This is it plated up. I don't know. If you want to make it, I roasted a pork roast in the oven for about 2 to 3 hours, took it out, chopped it in slices, and then you simmer it in a pot with sauce and onions for about an hour. For today's episode of As the Stomach Turns, the Adventures of the Harkles, well, someone has said that Smegs is playing just hair like a piano. And guess who it is? It's none other than Lady C. The royal author says that Smegs has played H until she got everything she wanted. Let me just mention something to you all. Do you all remember yesterday I called her the Nothing of Nowhere instead of the Duchess of Sussex? Well, and I hate saying her name. I don't like it. You know, it made me think, about Anne Boleyn. You remember Eustace Shipley's the ambassador to Henry VIII's court. He couldn't stand Anne Boleyn. He refused to say her name. He either called her the king's concubine or the harlot. Or, I believe he might have even said that woman, but he would not say Anne Boleyn. And the Queen Mother, the current Queen's mother, when Edward VIII abdicated and married Wallis Simpson, she would not call Wallis Simpson the Duchess of Windsor or Wallis or anything like that. She called her that woman. So I think that's the way we should address Smegs from now on, just that woman or the concubine or Harry's harlot. Okay, let's move on. Smegs played a just hair like a piano. So we could say Smegs, or what could I call Harry instead of hair? Or just hair? That sounds good, right? Okay, so Smegs played just hair like a piano and got everything she wanted, a royal author has claimed. Well, she got the Netflix deal. She didn't get the A-list Hollywood career. She's going to be a producer of content that nobody's going to watch. I don't know if that's exactly what she wanted. Oh, in an interview with the Daily Star Online, Lady C said she believes that Smegs is an operator, but Lovestruck H allowed himself to be played by the former not-so-talented or good actress. The author has written books on H's mother Diana, as well as his grandmother, the Queen, before turning her attention to his relationship with Smegs, which began in 2016. Speaking in June, Lady C said, "I do think Smegs and Just H are in love. She played Just H like a piano, hitting the right keys until she got everything she wanted. Very quickly on how I almost said her name, excuse me. Very quickly on how Smegs was cutting a swath through H's social life. She didn't approve of this. She didn't approve of that. She is an operator." While I was going down to the city today, it took me about an hour. It takes about an hour and a half, but there was traffic. While I was stuck in the traffic, I was thinking about some different things. And I was thinking about how she manipulated him. The steps that she must have gone through. To manipulate someone, I've never done it before, besides when I was a kid and I wanted a toy and, cried and whined for it, etc. But in my adult life, I'm not that low. But it must take some talent to manipulate someone. I was thinking, how would she manipulate him? It would be pretty easy, actually. A regular person, it would be harder unless you knew people they knew, so you could find out facts about them. But someone like Harry, he's been famous since before he was born. His parents are super famous. It would be so easy to find out anything you wanted to about him. Like they say that he fell for her because she wore his mother's perfume on their first date, his mother's favorite perfume. Well, that would be so easy to find out. All you have to do is get out Google and type in Diana's favorite perfume, and there you go. You've got it. Go to one of those websites, order it. You have it in a few days, and you're prepared for your date. You see, if I was Harry or just H, and I was out in the public domain like that, so many facts about my life were out there. Somebody was set up on a blind date with me, and they came to the date wearing my dead mother's favorite perfume out of the hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands, of brands of perfume there are out there. That this person is wearing that one particular brand, that one particular scent that was my mother's favorite. That would send up a red flag for me. It wouldn't make me think, oh, this person is really special. It would make me think, this person may be trying to manipulate me. Maybe I should have my guard up. But, and I was also thinking there were some other things, that she could also do to, try to mother him, because we know he lost his mother early. That would be one very obvious thing, to be a mother figure. That would be one very successful way to manipulate a weak-minded person like him. But also, what I would do, because you would have to think that he loves sex, like just about any man, right? Okay, so what she could do, but I'm not saying she would have to do this because Lord knows she's had plenty of practice. But if she wasn't that knowledgeable in it, she could go rent, a blue film or two and just watch and get the practice. And then, because that's why Harry said that he couldn't leave her because she was so talented at that. But we know that she got that talent from all the practice she had before she broke into Suits. Anyway, let's get on with it. The loved-up Harkles began dating in early July 2016 when he once with the I don't want to even call him the Duke, with Just H once revealing he knew immediately she would be his wife, and she knew Just H before she even met you that she was going to be your wife. She knew that she was going to con her way right up that aisle at that church. She was hoping it would be down a red carpet, but it wasn't. She knew she was going to end up at that aisle with you before she even went on that first date with you. When she found out that she could get that date, she called up that manager of hers and she said, set me up a humanitarian trip to Africa and make sure I'm able to go to an orphanage, and I need a photographer there to document it. So then when she went on the first date with Harry, not only did she have her boudoir moves down and her perfume collection intact, but she also had the experience. She could talk about, I've been done humanitarian work, because we all know Harry likes to do the charity work in Africa with the orphans, and she's done it. I've done it, Harry. I've done it. Blah blah blah. Oh, it's just disgusting, isn't it? She is an operator, like Lady C said. She found out all the things that he likes. She set it up. She had the money to set up a humanitarian trip to Africa. You listen to me, I'm just rambling today. But she clearly is an operator. That is absolutely no fib at all. She totally manipulated this weak and feeble-minded brat. Early on in their courtship, they went on a romantic trip to Botswana and enjoyed a good 5-6 months of just privacy, and their long-term couple status was cemented. Okay, hold it right there. They enjoyed 5 or 6 months of privacy before anyone found out about their relationship, yet earlier this year, they had to flee the UK and move to Los Angeles because they couldn't get privacy. That was the whole reason of quitting the royal family, because they couldn't have their privacy. Yet, right here it says that they had plenty of privacy before going public with their relationship. You see, the lies never end with these two. That's why it's so sickening. That's why everyone needs to keep exposing these two, because everywhere you turn, there's another lie. Lie on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie. It never ends. During the very early days of their relationship, Harry took the unprecedented step of attacking the media in a lengthy statement for negative reporting on Smegs. Lady C told Daily Star Online the first sign of trouble came 4 days after she wed H in May 2018, when the pair started cutting deals. The Harkles stepped down as senior members of the royal family in January 2020. Quit calling them senior members of the royal family. That is so annoying. Okay, they've since settled in Cali, where Smegs grew up, and have signed a megabucks deal with Netflix. Lady C added, Smegs is a very dominant personality who has never been shy of walking into a room and taking control of it. She has done that with everybody throughout her whole life, and she saw no reason to change when she joined the royal family. Other royal watchers who claim Smegs has too much influence over her husband include Lady Sasha Swire. Lady Swire, who was married to ex-minister Sir Hugo Spire. Is that a typo, or am I missing something here? Swire. Correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know. Says she predicted trouble ahead for the royal family when the Harkles first got engaged in 2017, saying the Duchess was eating the redhead for breakfast, and H is clearly not as clever as she is. Duh! Hello, Ray Charles could have told you that, Lady Swire, and he's been passed away more than 10 years, and he was blind, and he could have told us that. Okay, I want to show you something so cute. You can see all the fluffies from that blanket that Edward and Gemma chewed up, but look at this. Edward hogs down that food of his. I have to feed him in his pen, because if you do not, he will what am I trying to say? He will goff down that food. Not goff. He will woof it down, okay? And then he will run over to Myrtle's bowl and push her out of the way and start trying to eat hers. Look at this. It's crazy. There's Myrtle in the foreground. Look at this. He's going to try to take it out. He's going to try to start eating it before I can even put it in his bowl. It's nutty. He's nutty. Look at this. See? See, he's trying to eat it before I can even get it in there. See? Anyway, so a few comments from yesterday's video about Smegs giving advice to working women. avoid carpets, and if you are, make sure you wear knee pads. Okay. One lady said, Bizzy Bee, have you ever watched Horrible Histories? Yes, I absolutely have, Edna. Very funny, and I think may have mentioned the Blackadder. Serious, hilarious, from medieval through Tudor, later to World War I. Then Kim said Blackadder is fabulous, all on YouTube. Yes, I love the Blackadder. I love the second season with Elizabeth I. I think the first season, though, is my favorite. I did want to mention Annie Lennox, the singer. She has a music video called Walking on Broken Glass. Hugh Laurie is in the music video. He plays her love interest. He dresses just like he did on the show Blackadder when he played the Prince Regent. I thought that you might, and he played kind of a dumb character like he did on Blackadder, so I thought you might get a kick out of that. Check it out. Okay, when the Queen removes the Duchess title, then Smegs will become Princess Henry. I think that's why they haven't done it yet. Well, if this is true, then absolutely, let her keep the title Duchess. I just won't call her Duchess. You can all call her that if you want to, but the Bizzy Bee ain't gonna call her Duchess. The only thing I'd buy from her is noise counseling headphones. Okay, so is this something that Harry's going to make to put out with his mental health app? Noise counseling headphones? Maybe Smegs' annoying voice will be coming out of the headphones giving you mental health advice and counseling you. That's why they call it noise counseling, because it'll be that annoying voice giving you woke comments. Oh, that's a great idea. They could put out headphones that give woke quotes all day in Meg's voice. Yeah, that's good. But we all know they wouldn't be Smegs' original quotes. They would be borrowed from people like I say borrowed, stolen from people like Eleanor Roosevelt, Michelle Obama, the suffragette who she borrowed a quote from a few weeks ago that I told you about. Her name escapes me. Just found your channel and I love it. I'm a huge Tudor buff and then who can't help but watch the car crash that is the Harkles. Super cool format. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Did I read that? Yes, the noise counseling headphones. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I love the Tudors. I love all the royal monarchs. The monarchs from English history. And yes, the Harkles are like a car crash. What kind of doggy is Gemma? You know, I have 3 doggies that are corgis, and Gemma is Heinz 57, as they say. She's our rescue dog, me and my partner. She's our rescue dog. My partner did a DNA test on her a while back, and this is what it turned out. 39.4% American Pit Bull Terrier, 13 Beagle, 10.8 German Shepherd, 10.6 American Staffordshire Terrier, 8.9% Chow Chow, 6.2 Akita, and 10.7 Super Mutt. Super Mutt. That's funny. Does that mean that she works for the Daily Planet during the day and at night she's out there busy fighting crime? Right? Apparently, the SmartWorks charity clothing only ran for 2 weeks for them getting any free clothes. The free clothes were last season's stuff that didn't sell. Oh, my dear me. I don't know if any of you remember the show Absolutely Fabulous with Patsy and Eddie, but there was an episode in the second season called Birth. In the very beginning of the episode, the kitchen burned down because Patsy fell asleep with a thing hanging out of her mouth, and later in the episode, Eddie's looking through clothes to give away to charity. She's going to try to write it off on her insurance, and she says her daughter tells her, "You should give them to the poor," and Eddie goes, "Oh, you can't give these clothes to the poor. They're last season." Not only do they have to deal with the insult of being poor, but with the insult of wearing last season. Something like that. Anyway, it was funny. It made me think of that comment. Stick to writing on bananas for ladies of the night. That's what your working life was before you stalked and caught Dimwit. She will sell anything, including her body, as Charles and the brother can tell you. Smegs has never had a real job. So what have we learned today? Number 1, Lord Dudley's mother spent almost as much time on her back as Smegs. Number 2, her playing of H is the only thing anyone will ever say Smegs played well. Number 3, the Harkles are like a car crash. Smegs' rear end is all beaten up, while H is dazed and having trouble remembering. Her rear end is all beaten up because she's been rear-ended so many times. Number 4, somewhere in Shepherd's Bush and or Holland Park, Adina Monsoon is simply horrified at the thought of the poor being given clothing from last season. Banish the very thought, please. Number 5, Smegs has been working with bananas since 1998. Which explains why she is so good at it and H is so whooped. Number 6, for the right price, you can have Smegs' body for an hour. And you have to pay for the hotel too. Number 7, one viewer claims that Mrs. Harkle has never had a real job, but Smegs' worn-out lady part begs to differ. If you would like to send love notes, tokens of appreciation, or toys and treats for the 3 girls and 1 gentleman, this is my P.O. box. And this is them. And, I do have a few packages. I meant to do an unboxing video. Oh, my goodness. I need to get that done. I'll ask my partner to record that for me. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification button. I will see you all in the next one. It has been fun. I hope you all have a great evening or a great rest of your Monday, September the 21st. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.